It's me. Hello everybody, hope everyone's having a really great day. It is me again. My name is Uriel. I'm back with another video about Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho 100. I need to search up the author of Mob Psycho 100. Let's see. Author of Harry Potter. No. No. Mob Psycho 100. There you go. 1. Okay, so I originally knew the creator of Mob Psycho 100 was originally the creator of One Punch Man. I really like One Punch Man. It's awesome. I kind of knew, but does he not have a full name? Well then, Mr. Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho 100 is a Japanese webcomic created by One, which began multiplication on Ura Sunday on April 18, 2012. A Chinese translation started publication in Taiwan on April 16, 2014. Well, I got one question for you. Why? Mob Psycho 100 is truly badass. From the whole it's just awesome. From the first episode, you got like this kid just fighting with himself, fighting. The whole anime is just about one kid that has powers of controlling his emotions and who he is. Mob Psycho 100 is just about a kid trying to control his emotions, not control them, but ultimately something truly bad happened to him when he was a childhood because of his powers, psychic powers. So ultimately he's kind of shattered and doesn't really know what to do with himself, since he has these powers that he suppressed for so long, ultimately being his own emotion. So in the anime, you have this very cool moments where it's just Mob just literally just goes full out, and like I remember watching the 6th or 7th episode where his brother was trying to be the cool guy, and he finally awakened his psychic powers, and he was like, oh, I could beat up anybody, even my own brother, like I have psychic powers. And he was beating up the bullies of the different schools, and I remember that moment where it was like he got beat up. Mob got super beat up. He thought, because at the moment everybody thought that Mob was just like so overwhelmingly powerful that nobody could pretty much beat him up. But the purple hooded guy, he came in, he did some crazy, he beat him up so bad, and ultimately that episode just got me so pumped, because I was like shaking. I was like, no, I was like not crying, but I was like so sad to see Mob just getting beat up, like his face, and like he just blood everywhere, like bleh. And ultimately I was like, no, like this guy it can't end like this. And sorry if I'm running off topic, but it's like it's supposed to be what's wrong. Like everybody knows what happened. That like everybody, like I know what happened. Like the reason why I don't like Mob Psycho 100, I like it. It's just like the ending, just like why did he had to give his master his power? Like no, like I understand that the author one was trying to like oh, you don't have to fight. I understand that. I understand from the perspective of him. It's like, oh, you don't have to fight. You could do this a better way. It's like you don't have to unleash your full power and kill anybody in order to survive. And then there'll be gratitude, and the master being like, "Oh, you could run." It's like that's awesome. Don't get me wrong, that's awesome. But from the perspective of fan, it sucked. The reason why it sucked is because the story's about Mup. It's not about the guy. It's like I was waiting like 4 or 5 episodes to see him just unleash like hell on these guys, cause like they all think, oh, we're the shit, and it's like, oh, you can't mess with us. The Claw, the organization Claw, or whatever the hell they are. It's like there's like, oh, you can't mess with this. I was waiting for that moment where Mob was just like, he just beat them up, but at the end of the moment, it was like, no, you could run away. It's like, no, that's not why I'm here. This is not why I waited like a month or 2 months to see him run away and give his power to somebody else. I can understand it went from 100 to 1,000% of gratitude, but then the day, the anime is not about the master. It's about Mob. I perfectly understand the perspective of the writer being like, oh, you could run away. And it's like, oh, you could be a good, not good person, but like you don't have to always end everything in a fight. And it's like, and I kind of understood how powerful Mob was, since all the attacks from other Claw members, they didn't really do anything. Like the master was just like, oh, these are all fake. And it's like, oh, is this a projection? Oh, are these just balls and just hitting boom boom, the gravity balls, and the boom boom. But at the end, it's like, I understand. It's like I didn't like that they didn't show Mob's full power. But at the end of the day, they kind of did show how ultimately Mob's power is just like so OP. But at the end of the day, I want to see Mob. What? I want to see Mob. I want to see Mob beat them up, not the master. No, I want to see Mob beat them up, and that's what kind of made me. Cause like 12 episodes, I found it extremely good. Like those restaurants, Michelin. It's a Michelin anime. Perfect. It's good. But they fucked up the last episode. The one episode. But they fucked up the last episode. And I really found it funny how they just like, oh, there's 13 episodes, not 12. And it's like, I still watched the last episode of 13. Because I was like, no, how could it end like this? Like, this is not the point of the anime. Like, Mob Psycho 100, it's a simple story. It's like, at the end of the day, every story is simple. It's like, you have an OP person just having, like, suppressing his emotions and indefinitely suppressing his own power. But, like, no, like, I wanted to see Mob go God mode and just destroy everybody, and not the freaking master. Like, no, like, that really, it's like, I still saw episode, I think there's 13 episodes. It's like episode 13, I don't even know why they included that. It was just him going on a hike and, like, I guess just solving or thinking about his own problems. I don't know. It's just like, no, like, why? Like, I wanted to see Mob just go all out, and then he didn't. It's like, that's the moment where I just got really, really mad. Like, I was expecting the type of level we got in episode 4 or 5, him going against the blonde guy. Let me just search him up. Hello. Oh, look at this handsome devil. Is he one? This old booger. I want to see a fight like when he fought this guy. So, anyways, the one major problem I had with Mob Psycho was that it was like, no, like, well, why? I understand from a writer's point of view why one decided not to go with the passive aggressive giving his power back to his great old master and saying, "No, you don't have to fight." But at the end of the day, as a fan, no, I was fucked up. I was waiting for Mob Psycho to go fully 1000% of his power and beating up Claw, and I kind of feel like everybody else in the whole fan of Mob Psycho kind of were really mad and sad. I wasn't mad. I was more disappointed because like I feel like everybody just waited for like 2 months. Like I mean, realistically, I waited like 6 months for the whole thing, like less, more, something like that. And it's like it's a really good anime. At the end of the day, it's a really good anime, and I appreciate that I was able to see it. I was able to understand. It's a really good story. It's really awesome, and but it was kind of sad how it's understandable how one ended the story. But from my fan side, I'm like, no, like, why? Why? Like you wouldn't see one doing this in One Punch Man. At the end of the day, Saitama has to beat up whoever it is, and that's why that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for freaking Mob to just go and punch, or like get not punch, but like just go 100% and beat up everybody, because everybody just makes to see. Like I like how everybody just thinks that Mob's really weak, but at the end of the day he's kind of God mode or whatever. And I feel like it was a really disappointing moment. That was like the only like major disappointing moment in the whole anime, but kind of sucked too, because like it had a really good beginning, had a really good middle, like but it was like it's like pretending you're on a roller coaster, and the beginning, I've never been on a roller coaster, I'm really scared of them. It's like pretending you're on a roller coaster and it's really badass in the beginning, in the middle gets even better, but then in the end it kind of like, oh, it's over. It's like no, like you kind of feel the thing about One Punch Man is you feel satisfied, because at the end of One Punch Man, they had a great fight. It's gonna stay in the greatest fights forever ever. Saitama versus Boros, like that's gonna be in the AMVs forever. And like, I mean, I still like going back to it and just watching that fight, because that's badass. Strongest versus the strongest, and that's what I was waiting for in Mob Psycho. I really thought, oh, here's another fight that's gonna stay in the books for a long time, but that wasn't the case. And of course, I understand passive aggressive and you gotta don't fight, but at the end of the day, I was like waiting to see that fight. I was so waiting to see that really awesome fight. I was like, yes, I want to see this. Like, and the fight they had like in episode 4 ended up being like a fight to stay in the books. And like when I was like, no, like everything was building up to this, and ended up being him giving his power to his master, his power reaching more than 100. It reached to 1000%, because it wasn't hatred, it was more gratitude and affection, and it's understandable. And at the end of the day, thank you, one. It's really good. It's really good anime. I couldn't ask for more. I kind of could, And like I understand the ending, and at the end of the day, you can't really do anything. It's a great anime. The only thing I would say to one is it was kind of the anime wasn't a disappointment. It was just that one part where I wanted this fight so bad, but like I didn't get it. It's like at the end of the day, I didn't get it. Oh well, like I still enjoyed it. It's just that it was kind of a bummer. Like I still appreciate it. It's really good anime, but that was the moment that I kind of got disappointed. And I was like, no, like I wanted this fight so bad. Like I wanted him to go all out, and that was the truly one moment that I got disappointed. But all the while, this anime is like who could ask for more? It was truly good. It's a really good match for One Punch Man. One Punch Man is like really like I like it, really HD, and like really feels really real. Mob Psycho looks more like cartoonish and the type of third thing, but it's not bad. It's really, it's good to watch, like for the like Michelin type of thing. And yeah, really appreciate it. Kind of, I want to, at the end of the day, I want to be like, oh, this one's disappointing, and this anime is messed up and whatever. And no, the anime is good. It's just, it was kind of disappointing, but at the end of the day, I kind of enjoyed it. But this was just a film theory. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching or not watching. Thanks for subscribing. Like, I got 1 subscriber, and I think it's my brother. Thank you guys. As always, have a great day, and don't forget to give me that love, boy. Have a great day.